Now, if you're looking to get a home theater experience, but you're concerned about how bright your room is, and you're also concerned about the investment, well, I have a product for you today. We're taking a look at the BENQ TK860i. Now, this is a true 4K projector that is suited for light environments. It's going to do well in very lit places because of how bright this is. You can see the kind of image quality we're getting here during the day, and you can see the image quality that we're getting at night. It just gets even better. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at the product. We're going to look at the specs and features. We're going to see the performance as you see here. And we're going to also look at the form factor. This, I'll tell you, is a great projector for someone who's looking to get into home theater and is concerned about being in a light room. It's super bright. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now, the TK860i is a true 4K projector. You're going to be able to get a 100-inch screen just being 10 feet from the screen. 100 inches, just 10 feet. If you go 12 to 16 feet, you're going to be able to get up to 150 inches. Massive, massive projection. And it's going to do well in well-lit areas because it has a 3,300 ANSI lumen rating. This is a smart projector too, right? So that means that it comes with a Android built in. And what makes it even better, and you'll see this as we go through the review, it comes with Netflix built in. So out of the box, it's there. Now, it is featuring HDR Pro, and that's going to do a lot for you. This viewing experience out of the box has one of the best, I would say, viewing experiences when it comes to color. I would say trueness to actually skin tone without having to do any calibration. And this is because of the HDR Pro technology, which is going to give you better tone mapping, better local contrast, which means that at night or at the night scenes, you're going to have better dark scenes that have more detail. So have you ever watched a movie where it's dark and you can't see actually everything that's going on, or you don't really see all the detail that's going on and it kind of gets a little bit too dark? You're not going to have that problem with this projector. Or you have the other side is where you may have very light areas where it's so bright that you lose the detail as well. So this projector has this technology called Active Iris. So it's Active Iris plus this dynamic black is going to give you the ability to see those things at night that you're missing because you're losing the detail, or during the day in very bright scenes that you're also losing detail. So it's basically adjusting in both areas, giving you, again, that amazing experience that you're seeing here. Now, in addition to that, the projector is capable of 24p. So one thing that many people don't know is that movies are shot at 24 frames per second. So this projector is going to give you the ability to watch movies as they were intended, the way they were shot. It also has a great throw ratio, and it also has vertical lens shifting. Now, this is for me important, the vertical lens shifting, because I'm a person that as I'm watching or setting up a projector, I want the image to be right on the screen. And it gets a little bit annoying, and I tend to fiddle with things. I don't know what it is, but I just like things centered well. The actual vertical lens shift allows you to move the image up and down and perfectly adjust it. And once you have it set, you're set. Now, because this is such a portable projector, this vertical lens shift is going to come in very handy because if you move it from place to place and you want to get that adjustment again, you can actually use the focal length as well as the focus itself. So you can do a zoom, right? Or you can zoom in or zoom out. You can adjust your focus, and then you can use this vertical lens shift to move the image to get the right placement. It also has a 17.8 millisecond input latency as well. So if that's something that's important to you, you're going to get it here. Now, as we mentioned, this projector comes with Netflix support right out of the box. Many projectors that have Android capabilities may not have that, and it becomes challenging to do it. You may end up having to get another TV stick or something to connect to it. You don't have to worry about that here. Also, it has 2.5 watt Trivolo speakers that have a cinema mode. It has a game mode, music mode, and a sports mode. And when you hear 5 watts, you may be saying, really, 5 watts? This thing is loud. And it's not just loud. It's loud and it's distortion free. So if you're, again, looking to get into a home theater, really can't invest in everything all at once, this is going to give you a solution where you can actually start enjoying a home theater experience with this projector. Now, as you think about expanding, you have a lot of expansion options. You have 3 HDMI ports, 2.2, 2 USB-A ports, optical, 3.5-inch audio out. You have trigger support so that if you have a screen or something that you want on there, that as soon as you push the button, it kicks that off, it's going to do it. And it also supports RS-232 connections if you still use that. And then it also has 2D keystoning. So let's take a closer look at the performance of this projector, the projector itself, and you'll see why this is such a great projector for someone who is looking to get into movie viewing or home theater, even in light environments. Now, the back of this projector, you have a lot of connectivity, more than you're ever going to need. So literally you have 3 HDMI ports. Check that out. You also have a USB from media. You have an additional USB on the side there that could be used to power any kind of stick that requires power as well. You also have your optical. You have also headphone jack, which is going to allow you to give you another source of audio output. And then you have some traditional connectivity as well. Now, while you have 2 remotes, and you can see these right here, and they're pretty capable remotes. And I like it. This one lights up. And then you also have this other remote here, which has all your shortcuts. You also then have on the projector itself, you have some controls that really eliminate the need of how to have a remote. It's just easy to reach. Then you have a lot of options when it comes to focus. You also have magnification. And then you have a really neat feature that I come to appreciate, which is the lens shift. Now, you'll notice that you have 3 dials here. The first one, this is going to be for focus. The next one is going to be for actual zoom in and zoom out. And then you have one right here. This is a little bit hard to see, but it's right here, this little dial. This is going to be your lens shift. Now, one of the cool things about the lens shift and why I like it so much is that I really like having the best alignment possible when it comes to screens. And it drives me nuts when the screen just doesn't align. So I'm going to turn the actual lens shift button a little bit. So I just want you to notice what happens to the image. As I'm moving it, you notice how the image is shifting up, right? So that kind of drives me crazy when things get cut off. So what you could do with the lens shift is just shift it so that you have kind of like almost the perfect placement. This is how I like to see it. And it drives me nuts when I have to adjust the legs and I have to raise things up or down. It just makes it so easy. Now, keep in mind that the lens shift feature, you're probably going to use it once to get your adjustment, but boy, does it save a lot of time when it comes to adjusting the image. Now, we shifted angles just for a second because I want to show you how quiet this projector is. It's like whisper quiet. So we're literally no more than 5 inches from the projector, and I'm going to bring in my app. Isn't it super quiet? Gotta love it. All right, now the next thing we wanted to do is I wanted to share with you kind of like what does the audio quality sound like on this, at least from a volume perspective. So we're going to go ahead and play this track, and I'm going to be raising the volume so you can hear how loud this is because it's incredibly loud. Really, really good speakers. Let's go ahead and hit that play button. Let's listen to that again. Raising the volume. That's full blast. Pretty awesome. So guys, that wraps up our review. See you in the next video.